For a long time, I didn't even really speak. I didn't really speak like that. And it's mainly because a lot of people have opinions and judgments. And I just didn't want to say something and the other person reacts in a way that I feel wasn't really right. So for a long time, I didn't really talk about my feelings or anything. But at the same time, if something did bother me, I would mention it. But the thing about that is that even mentioning it, people wouldn't really take me serious. And so whatever they did kept continuing. And so I had to distance myself. And when I did that, it's like the relationships just didn't develop. And I just became more and more isolated. And I felt like, what's the use of even communicating? But it's like, this is something that is actually a problem. Not communicating is not really healthy. Because people don't know what you feel. And, for a long time, I didn't really express how I felt. And, not being able to express how you feel actually causes real bad, it causes frustration and things like that. And it can also cause like bipolar and things like that, when you're happy one minute and then you're sad the other minute. And that really mostly happens because everybody around you is telling you, oh, be happy, don't feel sad, everything's gonna be all right. And then it's like you start to feel like happy, but even though you're sad inside. And usually you're sad because you're not communicating how you feel. You're not being real or authentic. And so then you have the really low lows. But, it's almost like you're not fake in a bad way, but, and not fake in a good way, but it's just like you're not authentic to yourself and how you feel. So it's like, but then it's like you're trying to be authentic. That's why you have your lows, and you start to freaking, say a lot of things like how you feel and stuff, and people start to think that you're an energy vampire. And it's like, it's not because you want to be, it's because you really don't know how to process what you're going through. And it's all about being authentic. And it's like, you're not, and in that type of moment, you're not really able to be authentic, because part of you is kind of hidden from you, because people are telling you how to be. And everywhere you go, it's just people trying to tell you how to be. And then you know you want to be a certain way, but it's like you can't be that way because you're afraid that they'll judge you or react badly to you. So I had to go through that. And I became more authentic in myself by just letting myself be. And when I let myself be, that's when the whole ups and downs kind of like faded, because I was like, you know, like there's no, you know, I can be myself. I can have the times when I feel like I have to release my emotions, and I can have the time when I'm happy. I accept everything. There's no emotion is bad. That's the main thing that got me through that point, where I didn't really get the highs and lows anymore. I had to accept myself, accept what came out. So, but now it's just more like I'm trying to regain my communication abilities. Because for a long time I was very quiet, and it was mainly because I just didn't feel like my opinion mattered. That's what it felt like. Like I didn't feel like my opinion mattered. And still, it's like, even if I say something in these times, people might have judgments again too. But it's like you can't help that. People are gonna think what they're gonna think. And because they're going to think what they're going to think and believe what they're going to believe, I know now that it's not my job to feel bad because somebody else believes something different, you know? Like, why do I have to feel bad because they believe that thing, you know? That's just what they believe. They shouldn't be able to stop me from feeling happiness and joy every single day. And I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for my ability to feel at peace every day. You know? You know, lately I feel that there's a lot of judgments going around these days, mainly because there's people that are buying into the whole, you know, like everything that they've been talking about in the news. You know, they've been buying into that and believing it, and then they are getting angry at the people that don't believe what the narrative, and that's breaking families and friends apart. That's breaking family and friends apart. Relationships that could have been going strong for 5 years are being halted because of the propaganda in the news. And it's like, really, they have the power to break the family bonds, to break the friendship bonds like that. They have the power to get in the way of our natural bond. Like, that should be a shame. Like, It's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace that the news could do that. And this is why it's so important to be self-sufficient and to learn how to do things. And, being that things are getting more, unpredictable, this means that you have to prepare. We have to prepare. And we can't play by their rules anymore. That's what that means, because they have used certain things against us. So that means that if they're putting us in that type of spot where they use things against us, that means that we have to be highly prepared, and we can't play by their rules anymore. We can't play by their rules, because if we play by their rules, they're only gonna put us into a position where we are even more vulnerable. And we're not, look, it's just not right. It's not right. You have to, because in those days when things start to dwindle down, when there's no food in the grocery stores because people have decided to quit, or the, there's always going to be an abundance of food and stuff, because the earth provides for us. But can you believe that the only reason why that cannot happen in some points is really because of the people? It's really because of the people not wanting to go from A to B to provide food, and then being in the cities, and them putting rules. That's the only way that you may not have access to food, but the food will always be provided by Mother Earth. Nothing can stop Mother Earth from growing fruits, vegetables all the time, because the sun, the soil, the air, the heat, all these things are what help that to exist. So right now we just have to be prepared and be self-sufficient, because they're breaking the families and the friendships, and you could be left alone in this world. And we shouldn't. I know that there's a lot of us that are more natural and more earth-based in the sense that we know that the earth provides for us, and that we don't need any man-made things put in our bodies, because they're man-made and made in a lab through chemicals and using different things that they find in the human body. Like, if you really think about it, it's like they're trying to change this world by trying to be in control of everything, even in control of your money. They've been trying to destroy the economy or economic system, the financial system. They're trying to change how things are run. Did you know that they took the gold from all the people and gave the people Federal Reserve notes in place of the real gold, real natural resource? They got people using linen, cloth, useless piece of freaking cloth. They got people using that in place of actual gold resource, silver, earth minerals, things of actual value. They got people slaving away at jobs just to pay rent and bills and live, in basically a hamster wheel. They got people, living the same life almost every single day, but with some perks. And that's the money that they could use to go places, to eat food, or to buy handbags, or buy clothes. Things that are not even really actually what life should be about. Yes, these things can make you feel happy for when you get it, but then after a while that happiness dies down, because that's not really what life is truly just about. Life is about the bonds and the memories and the joy that we feel every single day that we're living. There's more to life than just money. They've caused a lot of people to be displaced from where they truly should be at. They've made things harder for people. They've made people do things that are not really in tune with nature. And it's just a shame. It's a shame that they're causing people to become more, they're breaking the family and the friendship bonds. They've been putting out this stuff in the news, subliminal messages to make people scared. Did you know that reality is basically based on beliefs? And whatever you believe, that's what you attract. Whatever you believe is what you manifest. And they're really trying to attack people that are doing their best to live their best life. They're doing this because they know that by putting that in the news, they're affecting all the minds of a lot of people. And it's like a mass ritual that they're doing, a mass spell. And they're using that to destroy people. They're using that to destroy people, to destroy humanity, so that they're worried about things that shouldn't even be focused on. And I'm not saying I know everything. I can't claim to know everything. I'm saying I know for a fact that what people put inside you, like what people program you to believe, is how they have control over you. So you have to be very careful about what you absorb from people or from sources around you. Because even advertisements, they might make you believe that you need something. But in all actuality, there's other ways to get that thing. And that's how you know that, you know, because it's like if you're told when you're a child, oh, you can't do this, or else this will happen, you know, and then you are scared to do that thing, and you miss out on a chunk of life just because of that one thing that they programmed you with. So then everybody around you's getting further and ahead, but you are still in that same spot because they told you, if you do this, this will happen. You know, and then you look like, you know, like a failure, even though you're like not even, it's like the only reason why you're like that is because somebody programmed you. And this is the thing, we have to really evaluate what it is that we hold as beliefs. Because different belief systems are affecting us. And that's the thing, it's like, at the end of the day, nobody should have to force you to do anything. Nobody. Because that's a human rights violation to force somebody to do something. And since, you know, because it's like, you know, it's like a lie. You know, because first they got to make you scared of something. And then once they have you scared of something, that's how they can insert their you know, that's how they can insert their tricks, you know, their programming, so that they can make you do something like a solution. And that solution is really just something they want to do so that either they can make money, they could have the upper hand, they could, you know, it's like they're engineering different things so that they could work a certain way. And we have to be aware of what they're doing. And we have to stand up for our rights. Because they're basically just destroying they're corrupting the minds of people. They're corrupting how things are run. And the thing is that things have been corrupted, but now it's to a different level now. That it's like they know that there's a lot of people that are awakened, that know what they've been doing. So now they are trying to get stronger and more. They're trying to really get the last, you know, they're trying to really convince a lot of people that they have to do something that they actually don't have to do. And this, we have to really think about this. We have to do what we can. Because we're not trying to change anybody. We're just trying to live in peace. And what's wrong with living in peace? That's all it is. Peace and love. That's it. Simple. We're not people that believe in war. But if you're bringing war into our space, then we have no choice but to defend ourselves. And that's all I have. That's all that's been on my mind lately. And that I wanted to talk about in this video. So, till next time.